ICT Chamber, working together with RDB and with the support of Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, we established the Knowledge Lab, which is famously known as the KLAB. That was a space that was intended to facilitate entrepreneurs that were coming out of technology universities to find a space where they can collaborate, innovate, and start to convert their ideas, their brilliant ideas, into products that could take to market.
Knowledge Hub has been always important when you want to create innovation. And KLAB has been the first one in Rwanda since 2012, I guess. And they've been very instrumental in fostering the innovation culture among the young Rwandans. And the space has provided actually an environment where people with nascent ideas could grow there, meet with mentors and come up with solutions. And we've seen a lot of success stories, starting from the KLAB, and today they are commercially viable. Some have been very successful, they have created jobs, and they are working in Rwanda and have been even able to go beyond the borders. So it's important to have this kind of initiative like the KLAB, and we are currently considering even growing further, increasing the space, increasing the number of entrepreneurs we can accommodate, and also distributing it across the country. So in a nutshell, you need a lot of initiatives like this. You can have innovation coming from the very energetic youth that we have in Rwanda. There's a younger generation. They have been exposed to different technologies. We have very good infrastructure in terms of connectivity. So they can use all of them to bring some different solutions to the market.
The Rwanda ICT Chamber is a member-based organization representing interests of Rwanda technology companies. And the mission it has is to facilitate the development and growth of the digital economy by building 100 technology companies that are each valued at more than $50 million by 2025. And that's a mission that we've given ourselves, and no one gave it to us. And we're working with different stakeholders to make that happen.
As a technologist, sometimes you feel like being in Rwanda, you're in kind of a corner of the world that's very far from Silicon Valley. But with just a steady stream of frankly, people with global profiles coming to KLAB every week, it makes you feel that you're not on the peripheral. We're at the heart of global innovation.
In working to achieve our mandate and our plans, we collaborate with different partners who come to strengthen different programs that we have on our agenda. As an example, I will mention about JICA, which has been here for a couple of years now. We've worked with them in setting up the KLAB, also setting up the Fab Lab. So we work hand in hand, firstly to be able to learn also from others, also to ensure where we don't have capacity, we can get them, whether it is human resource capacity, whether it is financial, advisory. So we work hand in hand, and it's been quite a very exciting journey into working with different development partners.
Yes, we've done it with partners, and notably Japan is our biggest partner in this, and we started off with them working on the Knowledge Lab, turning ideas into products. We've now moved into investments and education, as well as employment, I could say. So on the innovation ecosystem, yes, Japan has, through the JICA support, we've established KLAB and Fab Lab, and now we're talking about scaling up in other regions of the country, in the northern part as well as in the eastern part.
When you really start thinking about startups, even in the best of the condition in the Silicon Valley, you probably see like 1 to 3 companies succeed every 1,000 companies. Yes. And in Rwanda, the condition is much tougher, Rwanda or any other countries, because ecosystem is not there. So when I first we started formulating this idea about a knowledge hub, we said, we wanted to create a safe place where people, especially young people, could try out. They may actually have the idea, but place where they could actually cultivate or grow this idea into the product and services, and perhaps from there they could actually start a new startup or a new companies. So that was the whole idea behind this, especially on the KLAB in this particular instance. And FabLab is the same thing. Basically, we want to actually place where people are not afraid to try something new.
My startup is called Uwizeye. We are a visual design company. So we primarily, our core business or what we do is digital design. Things that are created inside of the computer in another technical language, CGI, computer graphic imagery. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we do. But we also slowly integrating in things that are taken on set by the cameras, and try to blend those two worlds, I would say. What I see as an impact for Uwizeye as a company, first and foremost is this creating jobs, but also most importantly, it is to actually build this multimedia sector, which I will say among all other sectors around here is among those that are least developed. So what I see as our job is to really work hard and raise the bar and try to do really some world standard work that is coming from, like, you know, our company, Rwanda, Africa.
The ecosystem means the network. So the whole network, basically, I got it from KLAB mainly. I would say I was part of eFounders Initiative, which is Alibaba initiative, and I got a chance to go to Alibaba and learn how e-commerce or how little China is benefiting from technology. That was because of KLAB. The Transform Africa has offered me so much opportunity, so much network, from individual level to the company ecosystem establishment. I think most of the professional network I have, I got it from KLAB.
So in education, the Japanese government has been very supportive through the Japanese scholarship program called ABE that has funded more than 50 students since 2014 to go to Japan, study master's degree, but also be embedded in Japanese industries for an internship, 6 months internship, after which they come back home. What we have seen as a result of that is that some of them come back with the partners, with those companies that they're working, they've been interning at, and they're starting businesses in Rwanda and implementations.
KLAB was a very huge boost to our business. Personally, I got the scholarship to go and strengthen my skills in Japan through the network of KLAB. So I think that was a really good thing. And when I was in Japan, I had a chance to interact with Japanese companies, which actually is another good thing if you think about it for somebody who didn't have the business skills and having experience or exposure to businesses which are really successful. It was a good thing.
The environment is very supportive in terms of trying out new innovations, which is not necessarily true in other countries. So I think together all these components are really emerging now. And this new project, which JICA is supporting, is trying to strengthen. Of course, we cannot do everything, but we take time and we actually partner with all these stakeholders to make sure we create this new ICT-led innovation ecosystem to be really strong in Rwanda. And then hopefully we learn from this experience of creating this ecosystem, and together with Rwanda, Japan would like to actually share this knowledge and export this knowledge to other African countries.
This is a prototype phase. This is when you make a hardware, but which is not complete the final product. It is like a testing phase. There are two kinds of aircraft. There are vertical takeoff aircraft and the horizontal takeoff aircraft. The first is many parts for vertical takeoff. There's a motor and a propeller. The motor and the propeller, they produce thrust force to hold the airplane in the sky, while the wing also they hold the airplane in the sky, but in a different position. This is a regular model aircraft. The airplane propeller is is inserted on the motor, and when the motor spin, the propeller produces thrust force which move or carry the aircraft in forward direction. In designing, you sketch the model of your parts for aircraft, which is, for example, a wing, a propeller, or power plant. After that, you make what you call simulation. Simulation is like a testing, but in a computer, we do not call it testing, it is called simulation. This is to see if it will fit for the desired location. For example, if a wing, it will lift up the aircraft from the ground.
In the ICT agenda of the country, innovation is really at the core of what we are doing. And innovation is actually approached through an ecosystem where you find there is the government, you have the private sector at different levels, innovators, you have government also as a consumer of services, the general public, and the academia. So we're talking about an innovation to bringing all the people together who are stakeholders in different aspects, so we can come up with innovative ways that address challenges in the society and that use the knowledge base, the knowledge created from the university to come up with solutions that are meeting a certain problem, whether it is in the government, whether it is in the private sector. So by working into an ecosystem approach, we are able to bring together the demand and matching it with the supply.
We have also seen a lot of employment. Today we can point to more than 500 jobs that we could literally point to the effect of KLAB, as well as 3 or 5 other innovation spaces, labs that have opened up, investment that has flowed in more than we could point to more than $5 million that is going to startups in that space, whether locally or some of them that have been international.
Our company is Pesa Choice, and what we are doing is building software for financial institutions and companies who needs all transactions, which required also human resources management and such facilities for companies. The impact of our business in creating jobs is building software for companies who need transactions, mobile transactions, or other service. The investment that I get through KLAB is not financial, but it's indirectly. They gave me skills, they gave me connections, they teach me how to sell my project and how to talk to customers, how to solve problems in general.
We started when we were just a team of 3, I would say, and now we are a team of 21 employees. So basically we've created more jobs in the past 2 years that we've been actually operating, and we really hope we can create more jobs with time as we grow on our business. What I learned from the training sessions at KLAB includes how do you start a business? How do you develop your business canvas? How do you present your business? Sometimes you may actually have a good idea, but you don't know how to present it. So we actually learned how to present that. We even had some coaches on how to speak to investors, make an investment pitch. So basically there's too much that we learned from KLAB. And also part of my team, they took the training sessions in the coding classes. They received from here, and I would say they really learned a lot. And the core of our business, which is basically the platform we are offering, is mostly got from the trainings provided by the KLAB.
with KLAB, of course, you have the ICT Chamber. That's a huge component of the KLAB. And with the ICT Chamber, you're able to reach out to different institutions. You're able to get access to different potential investors that are coming from outside. And we were one of the beneficiaries of some investors who came from abroad and came and were introduced to them. And we managed to start discussions and got investment for that. And it's helped us grow our business. But also we've managed to meet a lot of stakeholders that have added a lot of value to us as we move along. Aside from the different partnerships that we've also mentioned, we've also had ICT Chamber reaching out to different organizations and countries, and those relations have actually helped build a lot of connection. For example, Rwanda and Japan, we've had a lot of some of the KLAB entrepreneurs go to Japan for school. We've also had Japanese technology companies get interested in investing in Rwanda in the technology space and other spaces. And this kind of collaboration is growing and helping companies to leapfrog and expand and grow fast.
KLAB is a great space for collaboration. I mean, it's an open space, and what's interesting is that it has a flexibility. So if it's being a first meetup for Kigali tech enthusiasts, or a place where you're going to go and just kind of bump into some famous technologist from another country, I know for myself, it's just the center of the technology ecosystem in Rwanda, and it's not about just collaboration. It's the collaboration happens here.
What we've got from here, via the network we have in KLAB, we've been able to secure some partnerships with different institutions like Mobicash. We also got, we are partnering as well with banks, every bank, including the ones we are also in talk with like Andem Bank and BPR, but then it was all started from the network we have here. So we are still looking forward for the collaboration with these other institutions, and it's all started.
So I think that there's a lot has been done. When you look at Rwanda, the infrastructure and the foundation for a lot of IT development and solutions has been set. The government has invested a lot, and there's also a strong will from the leadership. You go to a government institution and say, I have an innovation that I want to bring that helps change or make something faster, makes it efficient. You actually are welcomed with open arms, which is a very good step. But of course, many of these technologies require a lot of skills and investment, and we're still, lacking in that sector. So a lot needs to be done when it comes to supporting of companies and startups with the right skills to be able to build, technologies that compete globally and continentally. And then secondly, a lot of investment definitely needs to be put in some of these startups. There's a lot of potential, there's a lot of ideas, there's great energy in the startup space, which are very good ingredients for building a technology hub.
The impact of, at personal level, in life at KLAB, I would say also I got a chance to travel, to open my eyes, get exposed, connected people through conferences, as well as also the training session we thought about earlier. It's part of the personal capacity building. Also, even this collaboration, because every single day I wake up and it's like, what can I learn from others? What can I do to improve what I'm doing? And this contributes to the character shaping, also to the personal development beyond just doing business.
Tunavuga ndangiza nuko nshaka gushishikariza urubyiruko na cyane cyane abakobwa kuza muri KLAB ko turacakeneye umubare munini w'abakobwa muri ICT. Ikindi naco nuko nashishikariza abantu bose kuza muri KLAB kugira ngo babone bagire iyo mind innovating yo gusubiza ibibazo bihari.
Our effort will be more geared at building a strong Rwandan IT industry. And it did start by creating more startups who can venture in different areas. We have a lot of emerging technologies. We've seen the usage of drones. We're starting to talk about blockchain. We're looking at smart cities, Internet of Things, big data and analytics. These present a lot of opportunities, and being among the first to embrace them and being able to create successful venture out of them can really position Rwanda as an IT hub for the region and even beyond. We think by strengthening the ecosystem, strengthening the innovation center and making them available to young entrepreneurs who have great ideas and being able to support them at the initial stage, we will definitely witness more success stories.